Hi, thanks so much for coming to my Lipsense party. Just for the record, I am not a Lipsense rep. I am a Jamberry rep, so anyone who's looking for nail products, I'm your gal. But if you have questions or you're looking for information about the Lipsense, then Heather is your go-to gal, and she is the Lipsense rep who will be posting the information regarding the Lipsense. What I wanted to do is to show you how I put on the Lipsense, and again, disclaimer here, I am not going to necessarily do it the exact perfect way. I have watched some videos when I first started doing it, and so this is what I've learned to do, and this is what works for me, but I'm sure Heather will comment below if there's anything I'm telling you that is not correct. So the color I'm going to, Prowling Rose, it's kind of a neutral color, pretty close to natural lip color, so Prowling Rose. Okay. First, I'm going to shake it a little bit. You can hear, or I can hear, the little ball or whatever in here that mixes the pigment up. So give it a little bit of a shake and then wipe off the excess from the outside. And when you put it on, what you want to make sure is that you don't do back, forth, back, forth. You put one motion consistently from one side to the other. Take my handy dandy mirror here and cap it. So again, no back forth, and I'm going to set a timer and I give it 1 minute between each layer to dry. So while I do the first layer, I might do my eye makeup, for example, and I kind of just let it sit there, kind of have my lips spread apart a little bit, breathing out of my mouth, so that that first layer will dry and stick. And I'm sorry, I know this is going to be a really boring part of the video, so I will try to tell you what other colors I have that I use. I have another neutral. This one's Bombshell, and again, very close to my natural lip color, but this one has a little bit of a sparkle in it. And this one is actually one of my favorites. This is Goddess, which was a limited edition color, so I don't like talking about it too much because I'm not sure how much Heather would still have in order to be able to get anybody that who would like it, but I'm sure there are other pinkish tones that would work. And then the next one I have, oh, there's my 1 minute timer. So 1 minute is up. Now I'm gonna go back to my Prowling Rose, and I'm gonna do my second layer, which again, taking off the extra pigment, extra lipstick on there. So you're just doing super thin layers, and no back and forth. And again, lips kind of spread apart. You'll feel it sticky kind of while it's still wet. And the very first time you start using it, you're gonna feel a little bit of a burn because there is alcohol in the mixture from what I've read. So it does feel a little cold. Again, gonna set that 1 minute timer. All right, so the next color I was talking about, Fire and Ice, which is pretty much a hot pink with a little bit of a shimmer to it. And my crazy Airline Drive hooker color, which I do use daytime or nighttime, you know, I don't care what other people think, so whatever. I like it. It is a bright red, and it is called Blue Red. The colors are all divided according to skin tone. From what I have seen, there's warm colors, there's cold colors, and there's neutral colors. Again, this is just what I've seen from other graphics and stuff, that from other reps that have put information out about it. So definitely there's a wide variety, and you can go as crazy or as conservative as you want, just like with anything else. Now, you're gonna do 3 layers. So I'm on layer number 2 right now. Again, it's drying, and so, oh, there's my timer. While it is drying, I would be doing, you know, my foundation or my blush or whatever, and then I will do my 3rd layer. Now for my 3rd layer, I did 2 layers of Prowling Rose there, and my 3rd layer, I'm going to go ahead and add Fire and Ice just to kind of make it a little pinkier, and I don't know, add a little razzle dazzle, and you know, why here we go, Fire and Ice, very thin layer on the brush, and okay, again, keeping lips apart mostly, mouth open, breathe in, and 1 minute timer. And so while that's happening, again, I'm doing whatever else on my makeup, because I usually do take about 5 minutes on the makeup, so stopping to do the lip sense and letting it dry in between is not such a big deal for me. Anyway, on top of your 3 layers, what you're going to put on is a gloss layer. So when these 3 layers dry, you are going to feel dryness, okay, because it is sticking to your skin, so that it doesn't flake off and fall off as your day goes on. I mean, obviously there is going to be some deterioration to it as your day goes on. Generally what I've read is the top layer is the layer that flakes off the most. The second layer pretty much stays on, and your bottom layer is, you know, the anchor. It's what keeps the color on there. So in order to combat the dryness, didn't remember if I set the timer or not. In order to combat the dryness and in order to seal in the 3 layers, you're going to use a layer of gloss. All right, there's my timer. Now, Lipsense also offers a variety of gloss options. So generally, the first one people start with is the Glossy Gloss. It is a shiny liquid gloss there. You know, exactly what you would expect from a glossy gloss. I would add it on top of the color, and it would add a little shine to it. The second gloss that I have, and I'm not sure if it's a limited edition color or not. I don't think it is though. This is the Orchid Gloss, which is also shiny, and it has a little bit of a pink tint to it. And these glosses, from what I've read, have tons of nutrients and vitamin E and whatever to help condition your lips, so that the more you use the Lipsense, you're going to feel that burning and tingling at the beginning, and that's because the top layer of your lip skin cells are kind of flaking off and turning over, almost like a natural exfoliation, and then your gloss permeates the layers to get the good stuff into your lips. Yeah, that's the technical term for it, right? And then the third gloss that I have is called a matte gloss here, which is kind of a paradox, because when I said, okay, is it a gloss or is it matte? I'm confused. But it's actually, I'm going to put this one on so you can see, it's a top layer that will not add any kind of color. And when you add your matte gloss, then, or any gloss actually, then you can press your lips together like you would anything else. And throughout the day then, the only thing I carry with me is whatever gloss it is that I'm using for the day. And I keep reapplying the gloss as I feel the dryness set in, because that's my indicator throughout the day that the color is fading out or deteriorating or whatever. But normally I do this like 7 in the morning before I go to work, and by 7 in the evening maybe is when I start noticing the color fading. But other than that, it looks like it did when I put it on first thing in the morning for the most part. What's going to influence is how much you tend to bite your lips during the day. Y'all know with my mouth and my tendency to say things, and I do bite my lip quite a bit, figuratively speaking. Generally, what you'll see me do is just smirk. So now I can say, hey, I'm just showing off my Lipsense color for the day, right? All right, y'all. Well, post any questions you've got. Thanks again for coming to the party, and looking forward to spending some time with you this week.